I'll penetrate your Death Star.
Okay.
From Mr. Broke Productions, in an association with Maximillionaire and Vice City Kingpin, present to you Life on Easy Mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the Life on Easy Mode podcast.
Oh my God, we're missing Miguel. Oh no.
Oh no!
He's not here.
Yeah, that's right. Our voice of reason today is not here. He had other plans today. He was busy, but he will be back next week to give common sense. So for now,
Yes.
just the stupid side of the table will be taken over
The,
for
the,
today.
the moral side, the tall people.
You're medium at best.
Yeah.
So live with it. So yeah, I'd say it's not as busy as a week compared to last week. Last week was a lot of breaking news, but today we got some stuff to talk about. But
Yeah, we've got some things to talk about, I think.
not so much like major things, but we both have a few things we want to talk about. Do you want to talk about your thing first, or?
Yes, I
Okay.
would love to. So everyone knows me. I love movies. Would like to become an actor and director in the future. Me and Nicky will be side by side making a company. Anyways, there have been the reports, not the reports, but HBOMax, the streaming service from HBO, has now done a deal with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers films, all of them, all slated films to be released in 2021, like there's over 20 of them, will be released not only in theaters, but the same day it will be released on HBO, the streaming service. Now, as a HBO Max user, I'm like, awesome, cool. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I do like the movie experience, like going to the cinemas, sitting down, like watching it with friends. I like that. But obviously they're doing it for a reason, because of COVID, because even though we're going to be getting the vaccine, and most of the people throughout next year will be getting the vaccine, most likely we'll still have to be doing some restrictions, I believe. I think we've always talked about this.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, awesome. Like literally, like I wish I can get up the list later, but like I know most films like Dune, Godzilla versus King Kong, The Matrix 4, any Warner Brothers film, any that was supposed to be slated for next year, because basically all the movies that were supposed to come out next year were pushed to next year. This year were pushed to next year. But so basically they're all going to be released the same day as they are in theaters. And a lot of directors, and I understand where they're coming from, are upset. Like Christopher Nolan, one of my all-time fave directors, he kind of went off on HBO Max. He kind of said, fuck you. Literally, he didn't say fuck you, but he literally said, fuck you, Warner Brothers. Like, you're destroying. He said something about destroying the ethic of movies, and you're going to destroy the box office. You're going to destroy companies.
Right.
He's kind of right on that.
Right, but like at the same time, is it necessarily HBO Max's fault? Because again, they're doing this regarding the whole pandemic still going on. They're doing this because of safety. And again, I understand where he's coming from too, because it will, it will maybe not so much destroy all the companies, but it definitely will leave a great impact negatively. But does HBO want to be responsible for not HBO, but I feel like they're just trying to do the safest way possible.
The safest way, yes. So
and in a capitalistic society, sometimes in order for their company to prosper, others have to go down. That's just, just how capitalism works.
And so I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers, I don't think owns HBO Max. I'm pretty sure there's deals, because a lot of Warner Brothers movies are on HBO.
I can look it up.
So I don't know if they work together. I don't know who owns what. I want to guess Warner Brothers owns HBO Max, or it has some say in HBO Max. But
Warner Bros. And HBO Max announced on February 5th, 2020, the Warner Max film label, which would produce 8 to 10 mid-budget movies per year.
Oh, that's just like the for HBO Max.
Okay, so
I'm guessing that they work. I know they work together. I don't know if someone owns. If anything, I want to guess Warner Brothers owns HBO Max, but don't quote me on that.
Right. But the wording on this, it sounds like they just did a deal. There's no particular ownership, maybe behind the scenes.
But even before HBO Max, like HBO, like the service itself on cable, like all Warner Brothers movies were heavily on there a lot.
Right.
So they probably had a lot of say in a lot of things. But I like going to the movie. When movie theaters are safe, I want to guess I probably want to go after I get a vaccine, probably in the summer is probably a good time to go to the movies.
Oh yeah.
But obviously, I pay $15 a month for HBOMax. It's a big buckaroos. But here's the thing: you're thinking about it. I'm not gonna, because Wonder Woman, I cannot wait to watch that when it comes out on Christmas, and that's gonna be technically free for me.
Right.
And all these movies that are gonna be coming out, you're like, I don't have to pay for all these movies. Great. But at the same time, you're like, it's going to destroy movie theaters. Because movie theaters, I think, movie theaters and restaurants are probably one of the biggest hits from COVID.
Yeah, hands down.
Like, I know Regal or AMC was going to file for bankruptcy. And then they somebody helped them out. I don't know this for a fact, but someone tried to help them out, and then when the summer came and everything started slowing down, they started slowly opening up. Like, I think some movie theaters, like Cinema World near us, a movie theater, it's not really a chain. There's only like one here and I think 2 in Florida. But like,
Are you talking about the one in Warwick?
yeah.
Okay.
But I unless it's just a one chain thing. But
Right.
it opened up to 50% capacity, and drive-ins made a fuck ton of money. Like, I know the drive-in near us, one of the closest, Rustic drive-in, is usually open up until fall, and then they close from like mid-spring to early fall. They stayed open this weekend because they were definitely thinking, oh, if we stay open a bit more, we're definitely gonna get more money. So that's
Right.
good. Drive-ins, good job, drive-ins. I love drive-ins. So I actually went to a couple of movies during the drive-ins this summer. So but yeah, I like going to the movies. I honestly I don't mind paying, because I actually like going to the movies. I like going with you guys. I'm not that type of person to see a movie by myself in a movie theater. I'd rather watch a movie by myself in my own home.
That's just weird. If you're going to the movie theater by yourself, I mean, like, okay, if you go to yeah, but if you go to the restaurant. To a restaurant by yourself, that's a bit weird too, but I can in a way understand that. Like, if
Going
you're
to the bar by yourself, like, pour me a drink.
I mean, people do that too, but like, it's like the typical cowboy, like, hand me another Jack Daniels. But if you're going to the movie theaters by yourself, I just feel like maybe it's not so much weird, but it's kind of lonely, kind of a lonely thing to do.
It's very lonely. Like
because
seeing a movie at your home, like I've watched so many, like this quarantine. I think I'll actually appreciate 2020 more. Fuck 2020, just outright saying that.
Right.
But I'm appreciating it more because I'm looking back and I go, wow, I've watched a lot of movies. Rudely interrupted by someone up there.
By a boulder or something.
But I really appreciate that I watched a lot of movies that I rewatched a lot of movies, and then I watched some new movies. Like I watched this movie that I was hanging on seeing. I pushed off for a while. This movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower, came out in like 2013. It's with Emma Watson.
I heard of that.
The guy who it was in Percy Jackson movies. Don't know his name off the tip of my tongue, but that's a fucking fantastic movie. Like, that touches on, like, have you seen the movie?
What movie was it again?
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
No, I've heard of that.
That movie touches. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that movie touches on a subject that is so powerful. I don't cry in a lot of movies, but I was like, fuck, oh my god.
You cried at Toy Story. Like we all did.
Shut the fuck up.
We all did.
Toy Story, especially Toy Story 3 when they were all in the fire pit.
And in the fourth one.
Well, I almost cried. I was holding hands.
I almost teared up too.
I cried when Logan died. Spoiler alert: X-Men Logan. When Logan died, and then Iron Man, I kind of cried a bit. But yeah. So that's basically what's happening in movies recently. I'm for it, kind of, but then I'm also like, well, it's kind of shitty to the movie theaters.
Would you say, how you said earlier that the restaurants and movie theaters were hit the biggest out for COVID? I feel like restaurants have done a bit better because I feel like it's probably a bit easier, I think, to maintain and keep that clean. So would you say that movie theaters usually are more dirty than restaurants? Because I personally would say so. They're definitely more messy because when you leave a movie theater at the end of the movie, there's just popcorn all over the floor. There's like soda spilled. Some kid left his freaking bib in between the cushion seats.
Which I
a
will
lost iPhone 7 there.
I will admit, I think we've all done that. We've all made a mess.
Oh yeah.
But I think the movie theaters
like
around
12.
us, like the Showcase Cinema at the mall, and then the Cinema World one. They're pretty nice and neat. I wouldn't say they're dirty.
No. I'm not trying to come at the employees. I think the employees do a good job of cleaning it, but I'd just be like, by the end of the movie, people tend to make more of a mess in movie theaters than they do at restaurants.
Yeah.
Because, at a restaurant, maybe you'll have something spilled underneath the table, maybe something on the cushion. But most of the stuff is on the table, like the dishes, the trays, the napkins, whatever. But in the movie theaters, there's like popcorn everywhere. There's soda spilled. There's stuff spilled in between the seats.
That's why a lot of people don't want to go.
And maybe people, for some reason, may be more careless in the movie theater, but it may also have to do with the fact that it's pitch black in there besides the screen, so maybe they didn't realize that. Oh shit, my popcorn! It's like a freaking, like a sea or river, just popcorn just flowing down the thing. Moses trying to split it, trying to get back to his seat.
I mean, the only good thing about like not going to a movie theater, I mean, I miss it, but like there's like when there's like a comedy scene or like a funny scene. And like you laugh, and like at your home you chuckle like, but when your friends laugh, it's better.
Oh, it's so much better.
Especially with a horror movie or like when we went to go see Doctor Sleep. Like that movie was a really good horror movie, but we laughed so much because we made joke.
There was one joke I said that had all of us roaring. It said so
there's a place near us. Big Tony's Pizza. Big Tony.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the little spoiler, not really spoiler, but Danny. Who has the shining, the shine, the power. He has a little finger, a little voice in his head called Tony, and he made a joke and go, "Oh, Big Tony, home with the gangster raps."
Oh yeah, I made like a reference to it, and we just started roaring. Everyone was looking at us. People were telling us to shush. It was so funny.
I will say, I am not one of those people that talk throughout the entire movie. When it's a movie I'm into, I am all for it. But when we laugh, I make sure I am whispered. I make sure if there's a crowd, I'm not gonna like. There wasn't a lot of people at that movie.
No, it was like half capacity. No, but I feel like, but that's the beauty of going to the movie theaters, because sometimes like. It is fun to like look through Netflix and look through Hulu and find a purposely bad movie and just laugh at it like we've done before.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's so much fun when you have like a group of friends in a movie theater and you're just purposely talking and poking fun at a purposely bad movie that you're watching, or just fucking with the movie. It's fun, and that's like half the experience of going to the movie theaters. Hanging out with friends. You're going out, got a bag of popcorn. You got a little cup of Sprite. You're having some popcorn.
But see, I try to stay away from bad movies when I go to the movie theater, because then I can watch a bad movie like with you. I can just watch it. Like I try to go see good movies.
Right.
I mean, not trying to pull my own toot my own horn, but like if you said you were gonna go see a movie and then I go, don't go see that. It's not worth the $8 ticket.
He's the wizard of movies. He like knows them all.
Just bear with me.
Like how I am with classic music, classic rock, he is with movies. Literally.
Take my word. I want to go see it. Like take my word. Like so, I rewatched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies recently.
Oh God.
And the first. So I want to go through all of them because I didn't see the 2017 one that came out. So the first one I saw, Curse of the Black Pearl, it's actually a really good movie. Like it's really comedic. It's great. The second one, Dead Man's Chest, still good.
I did see that one.
Has some problems, but still good. World's End has some problems, but still good. And then Stranger Tides happened, the one that came out in 2011. That one actually surprised me because I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was that good. And then there were some things in between that were like, oh, that's why I didn't like it that much. And then the ending, I was like, oh. And then this one, Dead Man Tell No Tale. I was actually hyped. I was like, oh, this is actually starting very well. Nope. Spoiler alert, not really spoiler alert. They made Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, like a drunk stupid, like they did to Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 4. They like dumbed him down for some stupid fucking reason. Bruh. And then the CGI is bad. The villain is bad.
Well, yeah, he's a villain.
Like, no, you want a good villain in your movie. Like I would give it like a 4.5, 5 out of 10. It's a fun movie if I were to watch it with you. Like,
right.
It's an enjoyable movie to a point where I'm sitting there alone in my bed, and if I'm on my phone watching a movie, there's a problem. There's a problem. There's a fucking problem. So rewatching those movies, the first 3 are good. The sequels are a little eh. The 4th one, you don't have to watch it, but it's the beginning of the 4th one. When I tell you, like, that's probably one of my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean moments, because literally, I'll show you the scene, but literally it's Jack Sparrow being Jack Sparrow, and it's fucking, like Johnny Depp being Jack Sparrow, and it's fucking amazing. And I'm sorry, I love Disney, but fuck you, Disney, for blocking Johnny Depp to being even a cameo in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Fuck you. No sponsorship from Disney from us, but
they need to unfreeze Walt Disney and fix his company.
Walt Disney's like, fuck you.
Literally.
What's happening with Johnny Depp? come on. But
I heard it's going to court now with the whole.
Yeah, he's going back to court.
He's going back to court.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't
Good.
know. I don't
He
know
should.
He should, but I don't know if it's gonna fix anything. I really hope so, but like seriously, like that petition that they had Amber Heard on. I think I've talked about this in the podcast.
Yeah, it's gone over like
it's almost 2 million signatures.
Yeah, it's like
now.
1.7 or 8 million now because because they haven't started filming. I don't think for the new Aquaman movie, have they?
I can check when it comes out.
Because it's supposed to come out in 2022, I believe.
So they might have started. I'm not sure about that.
Well,
I know
it's
a lot
too late
of films.
it's never too late to stop. Get the bitch out and have someone better who has a decent amount of self-respect.
Fantastic Beasts, the spin-off of Harry Potter. Johnny Depp plays a wizard, kind of like a bad guy, not really, kind of. I didn't watch those movies because I didn't have had the time to, but he literally filmed a couple scenes. That shit happened, like the trials, they cut him out, and now they're gonna have someone redo his scenes. So like literally, like I understand where Disney, I kind of understand, like you're gonna take a side, but they're not gonna go from the side to like, oh, he supposedly be here. So I'm not saying that Johnny Depp ever did any of that stuff, but there is 100% proof that he did not do all of those things. That Amber Heard was actually 100% true abusing him. And nobody looked at that. So I don't know exactly. Maybe Johnny Depp, I don't know. Slapped her? I don't know. I don't know the full details, but I do know 100% true that Amber Heard did abuse him some way, shape, or form.
So if it was confirmed beyond or 100% that she was abusing him physically, I imagine, right? And
I am definitely emotionally.
And
I don't know what physically, but I do know it definitely. She would abuse her.
Because again, I don't know the whole situation with that. I don't know everything.
Nah,
but
me
if it was
neither,
found that she was like not only emotionally but physically abusing Johnny Depp, and people were accusing Johnny Depp of hitting her, that makes you think, was it out of self-defense then?
Well, I have no idea, but here's the thing. Like, Amber Heard's sister, apparently, I don't know if she sided with Johnny Depp, but Amber Heard kind of, I know this, Amber Heard kind of told her sister to shut up about something. I don't know what, but Amber Heard's sister, I think, said that, like, oh yeah, Amber Heard's crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't know.
When your own sister says that.
Yeah, but so like no one is like literally. I have not seen someone come at Johnny Depp like say, oh, he definitely did it. Like literally every single person on, like I see a Facebook post, I see a Twitter post, like everyone is backing up Johnny Depp because yes, and nobody like Disney yet again. Like I said recently, this was actually I think during this week they blocked him because they're gonna remake Pirates of the Caribbean with Margot Robbie. That's the only reason why I will go see it, but. But Johnny Depp is the Jack Sparrow. Like he is the reason why. That's the reason why I wanted to see that new one, the Dead Man Tell No Tale. Like just because of him, and obviously they kind of fucked him over because, but that was just because of bad writing. But I want to see a Pirates of the Caribbean, even with a cameo. But they even blocked him from a cameo. Like
ridiculous.
It's understandable where like the companies are taking sides. Because Warner Brothers is for Fantastic Beasts and Disney is for Pirates of the Caribbean. So, like, two big major companies are now saying, fuck you, Johnny. Well, not literally saying fuck you, but, like, not even addressing anything. They're just saying, oh, we're not going to have you in a movie. Oh, you're off the thing. So, they're not looking into it. They're only going by the media, by whatever the media is saying, by whatever the trials are saying. And it's very different from, like, let's say, like, example, Kevin Spacey. Yes, he did rape. He came out homophobic after a while, and then apparently, like, raped a 14-year-old boy. I don't know that. Don't know about the 14. I know it was a 14-year-old boy or something like that. And then he kind of denied it. And then with his, I showed you the YouTube videos.
Yeah,
bro, those YouTube videos are really great. He is a phenomenal actor. My God, Kevin Spacey. If you've seen American Beauty 7,
American Beauty was a really
House
good movie.
of Cards, a fucking amazing actor. Shitty person for doing that, but I will recognize him for doing that.
Because again, you can respect someone's art, but you don't have to respect the person.
God, like Brie Larson. Oh, I think she's a beautiful mistress who's a great actor. I think she's just annoying.
Right. She just has an annoying personality.
Yeah. So and then like Johnny Depp, like I was like he would literally like 3 years ago dressed up as I saw like a video. He dressed up as Jack Sparrow, was in character and went to Vancouver Hospital for like all these cancer patients. And I was like, wow, that man. I mean, obviously, it's very different from judging a person because Kevin Spacey, you couldn't tell if he really until it came out, and everyone's like, oh, I bet, yeah, he definitely did that. But before that, no one probably believed it. But like looking at that and then knowing, especially the evidence brought to Johnny Depp that he didn't do a lot of those things, I'm like, Disney, what? Like, it makes no fucking sense. It makes sense, but it doesn't at the same time. Like, they're not giving him a second chance. Like, Amber Heard, they're giving her how many chances? Like, she's gonna be in another Disney movie apparently.
Oh, God.
But like,
people won't go see it. People won't.
Oh no. Like I said, Aquaman's gonna bomb. Pirates of the Caribbean is gonna bomb, and then Disney's gonna be like, and Warner Brothers and Disney are going to be, well, I mean, the only reason Aquaman is going to probably make money is because Jason Momoa, which I fucking love. Like, I think is like fucking fantastic.
He may single-handedly save that franchise.
He may single-handedly save that movie, which I will be fine with. But literally, whenever Amber Heard's on screen, if I go see that in the movie theater, if I go see it with you, I will literally say boo, and then I will hope to God the crowd will be with me. But I kind of went off on a little rant. We were talking about HBOMax, but
only 10-minute rant. You're good.
It's good. It's a good rant because it's something should be done about it. Because like I said before, Amber Heard like blocked all of her comments, disabled all of her comments on her Instagram post.
Makes you think she's really guilty of something then.
And I think like something about one of her Instagram posts. Do not quote me on this. Do not. But something along the lines of, literally saying like haters are gonna hate. She didn't word it like that, but basically saying something like that. So you post something like that. Literally, Disney and Warner Bros. Are only doing this. There's only one explanation: because she's hot.
Probably.
That's the only thing.
Anyways, you got Simps working at Twitch. You got Simps working at Disney. So
yeah, honestly, fucking.
We're a doomed generation. What are we gonna do?
What is 20 like this decade? Nicky, I'm scared when we go to Hollywood.
Bruh, if we even go to Hollywood, if it's even there,
it's just gonna be on fire.
Yeah, if it doesn't, if the Hollywood sign doesn't fall from the freaking mountain and just start crushing people, it's gonna it's a freaking movie.
It's gonna be like in BoJack Horseman when in this one of the first seasons they BoJack Horseman steals the D from the Hollywood sign because he wants to. The D is for this girl named Diane. He wants to, impress her. Literally, they call it Hollywood from the entire series on. So literally, like one of the words is gonna fall. We're just gonna call it Hollywood.
Hollywood, or if the H falls off, Hollywood. Hollywood. From the UK, Hollywood.
Wood. It just goes like Holly. I know you wanted to talk about something, so let's get off this topic.
Speaking of physical abuse, Floyd Mayweather is going to be officially fighting Logan Paul. That is right. It is confirmed. We had mentioned this before because
we did.
Because we had heard talks about Logan Paul lying.
Talks, but it wasn't confirmed.
This happened I think just a week ago.
Yeah,
probably. It is now confirmed. February 21st, 2021, Logan Paul will be fighting Floyd Mayweather. And recently, Logan Paul uploaded a video onto his YouTube channel about how it went down. He did some like online fan meetup thing with like Floyd Mayweather, and he was in a FaceTime call with him. Yeah, and he goes, hey, listen, I want to fight you. He goes, how would you feel about fighting me? And Floyd's like, I don't even know you. He goes, yeah, you do. I've been in your gym multiple times before. You know who I am. And so Logan kind of low-key, let's say, got under his skin, Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather was like, bring in the next fucking caller, fuck this guy, and he hangs up on Logan Paul.
Floyd is a fucking...
Well, we'll get into his personality in a sec. I just want to tell how this actually happened. So, then in the video, he states how, like, later on, he gets something, he gets a... I forget if it was online, if it was in paper. No, it was an online contract for an actual fight. And he's looking at that, and he's like, no, this is not real. There's no way. So he signs his name.
Oh, my God. You don't...
He does it.
Okay.
And now,
But
days go by, and now...
What if that wasn't real?
It's real because Floyd Mayweather uploaded on his Instagram.
What if he just signed something that's just like saying...
It gives Floyd permission to kill him, legally.
Like, this gives me your social security. Okay, cool.
Yeah, literally.
The fine print. Like, I get your subscribers. Cool. Maverick, cool.
It is so crazy. How does... honestly, it's the most 2020 thing that could happen. A YouTuber who officially in the boxing ring is 0-1 against a 50-0, arguably the greatest boxer to ever live.
Douchiest boxer.
How does that even happen?
Dude,
what?
At first, I was like, this is stupid. But now, I'm kind of excited.
It's,
because if you look at, like, there was an image on Insta. I think actually Logan Paul posted it, but I was probably a little tweaked because I don't think he's that tall. I think he's like 6'2", but like
that's pretty tall.
But like from 5'8" to 6'2", I don't remember if Floyd. I don't watch boxing, but I don't know if Floyd have ever. He's maybe beaten fought someone who's that tall, but it's by weight class.
Yeah, they do weight class. They don't do by height.
Logan, I want to guess like 200 maybe.
Yeah, Logan is 200
6'2",
approximately, and Floyd is 5'8", 150.
150.
Yeah.
Like I'm 135 and 5'7".
I'm 190.
Like what?
I weigh 40 pounds more than Floyd Mayweather.
What the hell?
You know, it's mostly here
I'm
in my
15
ass, but
pounds
you know.
off of him and 1 inch small. What?
Literally.
He doesn't look like it when he fucking works out, but like,
well, yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting fight because literally he's gonna be looking fucking up at him. And I'm actually.
Well,
what if Logan Paul beats him?
Well,
that means he's gonna be the greatest boxer.
By technicality, yes. But with any good boxer, they understand that with each opponent, or if they have to change their technique. Because Floyd's got time. Floyd has one thing that Logan doesn't, and I said this before: experience knowledge of the sport. So, and he is well aware who his opponent is.
This? Like I want to say 5
a long time.
10 years?
Longer, way longer.
Wait,
He's had
how
50 fights. Floyd is like 43.
So 15, 20?
Look it up. Why?
Okay.
So, you know, with any good, not just boxer, but fighter in general, they have to study their opponent. If the person they are fighting, and they are well aware, is 6'2", 200 pounds.
He has fought professionally since 1996.
There you go. So 24 years. 24 years. About to be 25.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
Doing it before we were even alive. So, yeah, no, they start young, dude. Jeez. Like, Mike Tyson had his first, like, professional fight, I think, when he was, like, 18. Oh, I think it was, like, 18. That wasn't even in his 20s.
18?
Yeah, he started young.
I mean, he's fucking huge. But
well, he was a massive kid, and he was just a fighter. But,
that's going to be an interesting fight, because literally, like, and actually I have a video idea that I would like to do for this.
Well, don't spoil it.
But side note, if you want to see the video and you're not subscribed to the channel or even either of the channels,
what are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Subscribe to Mr. Broke Productions. We have a podcast every week. We have skits that come
10,000 subscribers
whenever they come. And what are you doing not subscribing
to Maximillionaire, who's actually growing? Surprisingly fast.
I've actually had a decent amount of growth lately.
Yeah, I know. Your Clemmy video got a bit more views. Did you promote that?
No, that's the thing. I didn't even promote it. See? So here's the thing. So my just real quick, you know, my YouTube channel is Maximillionaire. That's MAXAMILLONARE. Because I have a different way of spelling it because I don't spell it properly. So I don't spell millionaire right. And Max instead of Max E with an I. But yeah, my Clemmy video, I didn't promote it, and it's already got like 18 likes, over 100 views.
Don't mind doing on Reddit because
no, don't do Reddit. I've come to realize Reddit is just a scumbag place. Screw it. Okay. So I literally stopped promoting my videos on Reddit, and honestly, they've just been doing just fine. Because literally, if you just look up Clemmy.mp4, my videos is one of the first to come up.
Shit. Okay.
Before like her channel.
But no, mine's easy. Mr. Broke Productions. Go subscribe if you're not, so you can even see the video formatted versions and stupid, funny, cooler skits. Anyways, back to the
fight, because I still have more to say about this.
Yeah.
So,
subscribe
now. Of course, we all know how this boxing match is going to turn out. I know Logan has some advantages. You know, all it takes is one good punch. Logan's 6'2". He has a good reach. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my god, yeah.
But Floyd has experience, and in my opinion, I want Logan to win, but I know he's not. If somehow Logan Paul pulls this off and beats arguably the best boxer of all time, by technicality, KSI is the best boxer to ever live because he's beaten Logan Paul.
Yeah, so, that's true.
And that's why KSI wants him to win, and because he supports his YouTube brothers.
Which I actually like right now, because Logan Paul and KSI are actually not friends, but they're
neutral.
They're mutual, which I'm actually glad. Mm. So
and another thing too. Even though Logan Paul probably deep down knows he's probably going to get his shit rocked fast.
Imagine he's going to get so much money.
You got to give him respect for actually stepping into the ring, because I don't think either one of us would have the balls to step into the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Oh, 50-0. I don't fucking care. I will literally pee my pants. I will go there. So I will literally, when we touch gloves, I go, listen, I'm getting paid $10 million. Just smack me. Can you just
literally
look like you're gonna hit me, and then I'll just KO on the ground.
Literally, so the fact that Logan Paul actually has the balls to step into the ring and go through with this, he hasn't chickened out yet, and I don't think he's going to. You got to give him props. You got to give him respect. You got to give him credit.
Big balls,
huge balls. And
testicles, the size of
that right there is already a win. Never mind winning the fight. That right there is already a win. As soon as you step into that ring and you go glove to glove with the Floyd Mayweather, that's a win right there, bro. You've already won above over most people.
More respect for Logan Paul.
Literally.
Now there's one person that it's technically kind of the same area that I have been losing more respect for, and I have never had respect even since he was out of the womb. Jake Paul. Now he's been he's been provoking Conor McGregor. Why the fuck would you do that? I don't care if you're big. How big is? Look it up right now.
I don't know how big Conor McGregor is.
I don't know if you know, but I'll rephrase it. So basically, Jake Paul, after the Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul announcement of the fight, Jake Paul, the little younger twat brother, you heard me right, twat, has been provoking Conor McGregor,
who is 5'9", 170 pounds.
And Jake Paul is probably around the same.
5'10", I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but Conor McGregor, why would the fuck would you do that? Now, recently, I saw this on a Snap story, on like one of those news Snap story, and I think on Twitter. Don't know if this is true, but
he's 6'1".
Jake
Paul?
Oh shit.
I thought he was only 5'10". He's 6'1". Okay.
So anyways, still the height difference. Conor McGregor is scary. Because I've actually seen him fight. Don't piss off a fucking Irish leprechaun. You don't do that. You don't fucking go after his Lucky Charms. You don't. You fucking don't.
That went from like an Irish accent to like some like Middle Eastern accent. What the hell was that?
Listen, he's stealing me gold.
Oh my god.
He's stealing me gold.
Connor's gonna come after you now, bro. He says, screw Jake Paul. I want Gian Jeruso now.
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Oh my god.
Anyways, no, but like, and apparently there was this video that Jake Paul, he threw something at apparently was Conor McGregor's friends.
Dylan Dennis.
He chased him, and now apparently...
Well, he did a drive-by. He threw something at Dylan Dennis.
But then, like, recently after, I don't know if this is true now, but apparently the Irish mob is now after Conor McGregor. Yeah. I mean, Jake Paul.
I watched a drama alert, and now I don't know where this is confirmed, but it's believed that, like, the Irish mob is maybe trying to... come at Jake Paul because of how he's trying to fuck with Conor McGregor. Now that's taking it too far because although don't get me wrong, Jake Paul
asshole, twat, cunt.
I can't stand him. Don't get me wrong. But that's just part of the sport. Provoking a fight, offering contracts, being a douchebag. It's part of the sport. Listen, when he may be taking it too far. You can argue, yes.
Very too far, yes.
It's part of the sport, calling out people, trying to get them riled up. He's just trying to hype up the fight.
When he called out Conor McGregor, I was fine with that. But then he went too far. I think he went after his wife.
Yeah, he went after his wife, and then
what the fuck?
for like the short time on Instagram, the only person he was following on Instagram was Conor McGregor's wife. And then after he did the whole Dylan Dennis thing, I believe the only two people he was following was Dylan Dennis's girlfriends and Conor McGregor's wife. So listen, I have probably virtually no respect for Jake Paul.
Oh God, no. My respect was lost long ago. Like before he was even famous.
At that point, I don't even care if he's like doing it for YouTube. I want Conor McGregor to absolutely slaughter him.
I don't think
Logan Paul I want to win because I think he's come a long way. I think he's a lot more respectful.
Very much, yes.
He still does some questionable things time to time. He says some weird things on his podcast, but overall as a person, I think compared to how he was a few years ago, stop interrupting me. He's a pretty good. He's definitely come a long way compared to how he was a few years ago.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm provoking you. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. $50 million contract right now.
They get paid. You have the money? Yeah, anyway. I thought so.
Anyway,
do you think Conor McGregor is gonna fall in and he's gonna fight him? I don't think he's gonna.
I don't think so because Conor McGregor, I believe, is a person where he always wants to do better than himself. He always wants the next best person. So I don't think he's gonna stoop down to Jake Paul's level.
I know.
Granted, Jake Paul has some decent skill at boxing.
He does. I will say that. Yes.
He's come a long way compared to 2 years ago when he first fought Deji back in August.
Good times.
But
good times.
he doesn't have enough experience. Yeah. I just don't think in Conor McGregor's eyes he's on Conor McGregor's level.
I don't know if Conor McGregor is the. I don't know if he's like the nice. I haven't heard he's the nicest person in the world, but he's I think he's a lot better than Floyd Mayweather. Like he's by personality wise.
this was like 2 or a year ago or so. He attacked some older dude at like a bar in Ireland.
Oh, I didn't know.
Something about that.
That's a bar in Ireland. Come on.
I mean, yeah, that probably happens every typical Wednesday. So you know,
like
when it's buy one get one free, you know, there. So he
buy one get one Lucky Charms.
Yeah, oh my god,
it was funny. Someone at the grocery store, no mine. I think he's a better person wise than Floyd Mayweather.
I mean,
I think so. Like, I don't like Floyd Mayweather as a person. I think I like Conor McGregor more as a person than Floyd Mayweather.
You just hear more about Floyd Mayweather being a douchebag,
like
so maybe he is worse than
the
Conor.
only reason why I like him more is like there was like his love story with his wife or something. I was reading, I was like, oh, that's kind of nice, and then I was like, okay. Like
Conor McGregor has love.
I don't. Well, something.
Seems like a heartless man, but okay.
But something like that, I don't know. Or maybe he's beating his wife. I don't know the full story, but like, I don't know. But like, there was a story I was reading about him and a love, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet. It was on Facebook. Who the fuck knows if it was real? But
we need our voice of reason back.
What the fuck is Miguel gonna say? Like, oh, okay, guys, Caitlin told me to say.
Oh my god, Miguel, come back. We miss you.
It's just me and Miguel. This is just you and me talking on a daily basis.
This is how we are.
This is how we are. Like when we were quarantined, because he thought he had COVID. Like what is it, Halloween?
Yeah, it was around Halloween.
Like literally, like I think we got sick of each other to the point. But literally,
it was only 4 days.
But at the last day, we were like, "I love you, but I gotta go." Like,
bro, as soon as we got our test results back, I said, Gian, I love you, but pack your shit and get out.
And I did that, and then my car would not start.
So he was there for another hour. I had to deal with his ass for another hour, but eventually you did leave, and I was like,
thank you.
Praise to Jeebus.
There is a God. Okay.
But yes, February 21st, mark it on your calendars. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Don't miss it. It's going to be a pretty damn cool. And honestly, I'm pretty excited for the conferences too, depending on how many they have.
I'll pay for that.
I will hands down pay for that.
Like I paid
hands down.
I paid for the YouTube fight in 2018, like the first boxing thing.
Me too.
Like it was $10, I think.
Yeah, I think
$10. And I was in Florida. I was watching the entire thing while I was shopping at malls in Florida, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And I was like, "Eh, it was all right." But no, this fight, I'm very excited for. So.
But you know, it's one thing that people are not excited about or not hyped for anymore. Cyberpunk 2077. That game is like on last gen consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. It's so bad that they actually Sony actually took it off the PlayStation Store.
For refunds, yep.
Not even No Man's Sky had that happen to them when it first came out. That's how like glitchy and game breaking glitchy it is. I've seen things where it was like on last gen consoles. Or maybe this was even on PC too, and it's even worse.
PC I know is fine.
PC and next-gen consoles are fine, but I think even this happened on PC where someone was doing a mission, and they were at like some like desert area, and the mission just wouldn't load. There would be no like, it wouldn't register.
That could be like a PC problem though. Like I mean, like if you think about it, like loading into a mission on a PC.
Right,
like,
but it's supposed to be like the best quality it is on PC. Imagine what it's like on PS4. And I've seen some videos of it. There's a lot of graphical glitches.
I've seen some,
and there's a lot of game breaking glitches where some things just won't load. It won't let you progress through the story. And then you have people like, oh, but it's fine on my PS5. That's because like it's a PS4 coded game on a PS5, which has a better CPU and a better GPU. So of course it's going to run a lot better on the next gen console.
Yeah.
But how do big games on PS4 like Ghost of Tsushima, I believe that was a pretty big game, and other games, how do they do just fine on the PS4? But then Cyberpunk 2077, which has been in the making since at least 2013, because they announced that shit in 2012.
Well, apparently they announced it in 2013. 2011.
No, 2012.
2012, because it's 8 years. But apparently they didn't start production until 2015.
But they already had a trailer for it in 2013, like early 2013. So they had something going for it then. So this game has been in the making, I feel, at least for 7 years.
So they announced on Twitter, they did a little thing, and I understand this. They were making it for next gen. They were like, if we make it for next gen, developers, please never think like this. This is what they thought. We're making it for next gen. The last gens are going to run fine. They didn't worry about last gen making because they thought that, that was probably not what they were thinking exactly. But basically what they apologized for was we were sorry about it. We were focusing on next gen. We were not focusing on last gen. And that makes a whole fuck ton of sense. Now, I've only played a little bit of it, literally the first hour. And I saw some little bit glitches here. Not glitches, but like graphic-wise, I'm like, that should look better. like in my head, I'm like, that looks a little
People were comparing it to like a PS3 game on the PS4. Like that's how glitchy
would
and bad
compare
the
it
graphics
to
were.
GTA 5 on the PS4. I would compare that
Really?
to GTA 5. Like literally, like, I didn't play GTA 5. Actually, no, I have GTA 5 on my PS4. It's not the. It's not very good graphics, but yeah, I don't know if it's that one, but they basically said we were focusing on next gen. We were not focusing on last gen. I don't know if that's that one, but
this one's just talking about there's temporarily suspending digital distribution on the PlayStation Store.
It's the first. It's the next one then. Before it then, because I know they said that, but yeah. So
something like that. Yeah, I was just looking at their Twitter.
Like graphic wise, obviously could have been better. I don't know how it looks on the PS5. Because basically they don't have a disc for PS5. I think literally you just put in the PS4 game.
Yeah.
So like literally they weren't focusing. They were more focusing on how the game is gonna run on last gen. They didn't worry about. I mean next gen. They weren't worried about what it's gonna look like on last gen because I don't know. Maybe if they were thinking a lot of people are gonna get it by then or. And the good thing about PS4 is that Sony just announced that like and they're doing the exact same thing with PS3, which all for them. Even though I'm going to probably get the PS5 beginning of next year, they're going to keep making the games for PS4 until I think the year mid-2020. I want to say the next 5+ years, they're still going to focus on PS4. Like what they did, like what they did PS3. Like I think that they still make the games. They still make games for PS3. Like they still make it for. No, I think the last game they made
stopped in like 2015.
No.
Yeah,
they kept going. I could look that up right now. They kept because the PS3 came out in 2006. Yes. Yeah. Play.
And so
keep talking.
Okay. I just think it's such an oxymoron that like they focus so much on next gen, but then they didn't have a disc version for next gen. It's just you had to put your PS4 disc into the PS5. Now again, it's not a big deal, but like I just think that's so kind of funny.
2018.
They stopped.
So
they went all the way until 2018.
Because like what PS4 said, like a lot of people are going to keep having the systems
right.
for the next few years.
Right.
The PlayStation in 2023, the PS4 is going to be 10 years old. Fuck, holy shit.
Wow.
But they're going to keep making because they know that a lot of people still have the PS4. I was even online for Walmart and at Target. Guess what? There's no fucking PS5 for Xbox Series S. So anyways. That's why I'm waiting because, like I said, I've said this before. I'm waiting because most of my games that I want to stream, like the horror games, Resident Evil 8, I cannot fucking wait to play, is all going to be basically 2021 and on. I'm still probably going to keep my PS4 for probably a while.
I'm keeping mine
unless I'm very broke and I need to trade it in on eBay, but I don't think that will come to that.
Hey, it's a story of an actor starting. Always starts off broke. You gotta sell all this.
So how did you become into this Marvel movie? Well, I gave them my PS4, my PS3, my left testicle. Oh, really? And I gave them my brother.
I had to sell all my Marvel merchandise to be in this Marvel movie. I had to sell my marbles.
I gave them my mom's mortgage.
Had to bust out their 401k.
My mom was actually talking about that recently too.
Oh my god.
So I commend Sony for doing that, and but yes, Sony did take off Cyberpunk because they're doing refunds. I was thinking about going back to GameStop and getting my refund. I'm kind of still thinking about that because I'm like, Miguel said that he finished it. Miguel said it was a good game. He said it could have been better.
Oh, yeah, he finished it. Holy crap.
It's only a 20-hour game. I think 20. The side missions are, there's more, a lot of side missions.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because people said that they were, I think Miguel said this, or someone said this, that they were focusing more on side missions than the actual campaign of the game.
Now, do you have a disc copy of the game?
So
you should keep that. So, like, you could be like, a few years from now when Cyberpunk, if they fix it and it becomes a really great game, you should be like, see this? I had this when this first came out and it was dog shit.
I think IGN, I don't trust IGN rating a lot, but like they rated the PC version like a 9 out of 10. But like, I mean,
last year they gave it like a 4.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like I understand like the graphic wise. If you're more, obviously it's game breaking glitches apparently.
Yeah, especially on last gen consoles.
So like obviously that's a problem. But if you're more worried about the glitches and the graphic-wise and not worried about the story, and that's why you give it a low fucking rating, fuck you, because then you're not a true gamer if you really care about the fucking graphics.
You never played GoldenEye on the N64. I mean, I haven't either, but
I saw a video of it. I've never played it, so I mean, if you seriously are more worried about glitch, obviously, if it's game-breaking and it fucking crashes your system, that's a different story. But if you're more worried about the gaming glitches and, like, the graphics and not worried about the story, fuck you. Or the gameplay, but... Anyways,
I tried to stay away from looking at any footage of Cyberpunk because
me too.
Because I wanted to because whenever it comes to games that I'm really excited for, I like to experience them myself. So I didn't want to look at any footage. That's why I did that with Miles Morales. I didn't watch like any gameplay footage. I didn't watch any like combat video, nothing. And I just recently beaten the game, which by the way, Miles Morales is a fine video game. Very short, but my God, was it powerful. That last mission you do got intense. And it was, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a pretty sad ending.
I think everyone knows the game by now.
Well, I mean, no, there could be some people who currently cannot afford to buy Miles Morales or something. So I didn't want to spoil it for them.
I mean, I haven't bought it, but like, I think
it's a really good game.
How much was it?
Well, since it's not like a full game, it's cheaper than like,
yeah,
I think it's like 40 something.
Okay, but $40, but that's I mean, now PS5 games are going for $70.
Yeah, exactly.
But $60 games is only $20 off.
That's pretty good though.
Call of Duty Remastered Modern Warfare was only $20. But
okay, but
that's a whole bigger game.
It was a shorter game, Miles Morales, but there's a lot of side missions you could still do, and there's a thing called New Game Plus where you have to play the game over again to get 100% completion.
Plus, that's true gamers do that.
Which I'm gonna do.
Game.
Yeah,
Batman Arkham games, Last of Us, any role playing games like that, I always do New Game Plus.
But yeah, so I did the same thing with Cyberpunk where I didn't want to look at any footage. But now, because I've heard that there's a lot of stuff going on with it right now, and it's not the best, I just decided, I'll take a look at some footage. And when it looks like it's running fine on like next gen consoles, it looks like a pretty good and fun game. It's very dense. There's a lot of like just stuff on top of each other. So, but when they start like fixing like the glitches, even for next gen, that's when I'll buy it. And I think when they make a PS5 disc copy, because they are eventually, I think, going to make a PS5 disc copy.
And I think they are starting to do. They've obviously addressed this, but I don't know when it's going to come out. But they are going to start doing updates.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
Like,
they have to.
They already did a big update. I don't know if I talked about this. No, I don't know if I did. But like they did a big update where like there's it's a necessary to completing the game, like it's a fucking campaign thing. And there's a fucking scene where I don't know the scene, don't know what spot of the game it is, but if you have epilepsy. And just when the game came out, you were fucked because apparently, this is from news. Twitter. I don't know if this is doctor certified, but the way doctors trigger epilepsies is they use a source of lights, and I think it's white and red, black. I don't know, but like that same lights that doctors use to trigger epilepsies is literally the exact same lights that are in a scene of the game that you have to complete. So apparently people started having seizures. I don't know if it's doctor certified and that's what they actually do, but that's what I heard. So they automatically fixed that right away.
Jesus.
But so that's another problem. But like I said, I think they were more focused on side missions in the gameplay, but not focusing on the inner workings of the game.
Like the actual game mechanics
like The Last
themselves.
of Us Part 2, first game 2013. I think they announced the second game in 2016. A lot of delays in the game. A couple delays, I think 2 or 3, to make the game better. That's right. Because the game was, in my opinion, good, but great. But the way that looked, they probably worked on that for, I want to say, they didn't start it right away after The Last of Us. I think they might have started, like, that game probably in development for like 5 or 6 years. And if we're correct, and Cyberpunk was on for longer, The Last of Us Part 2 blows that out of the way with graphics and gameplay and shit like that. But like that's comparing companies.
Right.
So I never played The Witcher 3, and that's the same company that made this game. Miguel has. I don't know if it's probably it is a great game. I know that for a fact. I just haven't gotten around to play it. But I don't know. Hopefully this is a lesson to be learned for developers. I hope to God. I mean, I haven't heard about this game breaking glitchiness in, I think, ever. Like, this is probably one of the biggest games people were hyped about and then shat on.
I didn't play the Witcher games either, but apparently when those games first came out, they were really glitchy. But then once they fixed up a lot of the glitches, it became a really enjoyable game. And you know what's funny to think? Cyberpunk got postponed like I think 3 times. Could you imagine what the game looked like in its original state if they just didn't postpone it and if they just initially released it like it was supposed to? Imagine how glitchy that would have been then.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm texting Tom.
He's texting his daddy.
But yeah, like it's
it got postponed. Like I remember at least 3 times. Yeah, I think the first one was because of COVID and safety precautions. So okay, that was understandable. But I think the next 2 times was because of development reasons.
That's what happened to The Last of Us Part
just imagine
2.
like let's say COVID didn't happen, they didn't postponed it for any developmental reasons. What if? Imagine what that game looked like in its initial state. Bro, that thing would look like a PS1 game or something, bro.
That's what happened with The Last of Us Part
2. Like a Roblox map.
That it happened. So the game was really supposed to be released in February 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got pushed back to May. And then it was pushed back. I forget if it was 2019 it was actually originally supposed to be released. I don't know. All I remember is it was supposed to be released in February. I was hyped. Pushed it back to May. Damn it. Then they pushed it back to June because of COVID. But then they still released it. And then another game that was pushed back was Batman Arkham Knight, which was supposed to come out in 2014, but then was pushed to 2015. And the graphics on that game is still. I played it during quarantine, bro. I was like, this game is awesome.
I can't wait to play that.
The graphics look so fucking great.
I beat Arkham Asylum, so now I got to go to City now.
You still have a long way to go.
I do.
Yeah. But those are great games as
they
well.
Really are.
But like that goes to show like a lot of I just named off 2 different development teams that have pushed back the game for reasons about graphics and pursuing the game to making it better. And lo and behold, they satisfied me like phenomenally.
Like at that point,
there's Cyberpunk.
They should have just postponed it again at that point, because if they knew that the game was going to look like that on last gen too,
but they didn't focus on that.
I know that's the thing. I feel like. Yeah, people would be upset if they postponed it again for like the 4th or 5th time. But if they said, listen, the game is still not going to work properly on last-gen consoles, and there's going to be a lot of glitches even in next-gen consoles, so we need to postpone it again. Yeah. I feel like understandable and reasonable individuals will understand, okay, it's a bit annoying now, but I understand, you want the game to be perfect, and that's fine.
Yes.
But I remember the last time they postponed Cyberpunk, I saw things on Twitter where people are actually threatening the developers' lives. Like I don't know if they tweeted at the Cyberpunk Twitter, if they found out like the developers' personal Twitter, but I saw like a few tweets where they were like threatening their lives. They were like, "What the f? I've been waiting for this game for so long. I'm gonna kill you." Shit like that. I'm like,
the exact same thing.
You shouldn't be allowed the freedom of video games if you're gonna act like that.
People who do that. Fuck you, because that's exactly what happened to The Last of Us Part 2. Not because of the I mean, obviously people were upset, like, damn it, I'll wait. That's exactly what happened to me.
And that's reasonable.
But when the game came out, and like I said in the last podcast, was it the last podcast? Yes, I talked about it in the last podcast where like people did not like the game because of certain reasons.
Yeah.
Literally, when the game came out and people did not like it because it wasn't the game that they literally threatened the Naughty Dog director of the game, something Neil. I don't remember his name, but like they threatened to kill him. Like they threatened because you fucking spoiler alert, you killed Joel. Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. You play the villain that killed her. Not really the villain, but like you made lesbian the head of the game. Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. Like why would you?
If you get that emotionally what's the word? If you get that emotionally involved in a game, if you're that like emotionally
emotionally involved is like that's just hate.
No, but I mean like if you let something like that ruin your day and genuinely ruin your life, there is something mentally wrong with you, and that's not because of video games. There's something already wrong up here. Video games don't cause people to be violent. They don't cause people to go freaking postal and try to kill a bunch of people. There's already something wrong up here before you even touch a console or video game.
Like I bought the $170 collector's edition for The Last of Us, and if I got the same interactions or like that's the same way that people felt about the game, a lot of people like they hated it because of those reasons, and I spent $170 on the game, I would be like, okay, that's $170 gone. I wouldn't go towards the way of threatening the fucking director of the game. Like that's like way too fucking. That's way too far.
That's
like.
Could you imagine if you were a student and you really did try to put in your work on a project, you hand it in to the teacher, and the teacher not only doesn't like it, but they threaten your life? It's the exact same thing. It's like, why are you flipping out on these people for putting in? Okay, yeah, it could have been better, their project that they've created, but. What is the point of threatening their lives?
Like a lot of people are like, I'm gonna go back to what we said at the beginning. A lot of people are threatening Amber Heard to kill herself and stuff.
Yeah, now
that's still too far.
We do not condone that, even though
that's
on this podcast we do not like Amber Heard. We are anti-Amber Heard, but we are also anti-Amber Heard kill herself.
Yeah,
so
like
we disavow any of that.
Threatening to that level, and like people who go to like celebrities' houses and destroy their property, like that is taking away. You have an opinion and you can voice it and say, I didn't like the game. I don't like you. Fuck you. You could. I mean, you don't have to say fuck you, but you can say it in a different way.
Right.
But you don't have to go on the lines of saying, kill yourself. I'm going to kill you. Like, you should not be able to say that. Like, if you are like that, then obviously a lot of people who go towards those lengths, I might have mental illness, might something wrong in the noggin,
or their whole life is just an MW2 lobby,
or BO2, anything pre-2012 lobbies.
Right.
But if you are like that, you should look at things a different way, because a lot of people like make games that the way they want to do. We're gonna go into another example: Star Wars. I did not like The Last Rise of Skywalker Star Wars. I did not like it. I'm going to say that. I was excited for it because J.J. Abrams was going to direct it. Did not like it. Did not say anything else. A lot of people are shitting on the last trilogy. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it could have been done so much better. But for what it was okay. Star Wars fans are going on their way to, like, they hated Rian Johnson. They hated J.J. Abrams. They wanted to, they literally... When the movie The Last Jedi was out, which I gave a 7 out of 10, it's a good movie, and people who do not like The Last Jedi do not like change. It changed Star Wars, and people hated it. There are things wrong with the movie. I'm going on a rant. There are things wrong with the movie that should have been done better, but if you are hating on it because it wasn't the way you thought or wanted it to be, then you should not be watching or playing video games. End of story.
If you're not mentally mature enough to
accept change.
To accept change, or if you can't handle, your precious little stormtroopers going a different route, then I just don't think you shouldn't be watching those things because you're not mentally capable of handling those things.
Now, obviously,
it's like that's like when a child, we let that go because if children do that because they're still developing, they're
finding out who they are.
I remember when I was 6 or 7 years old, if I watched a show or a cartoon and something that was comedically sad happened, I still cried because I was 6 or 7 years old. But if you take it that seriously and you're in you're our age, you're in your 20s or your 30s, there is, and I'm not trying to say this to be mean, there is something mentally wrong with you, and I think you should get help.
Yes, but that's the thing. These are Star Wars fans, 40, 50-year-olds, saying that stuff.
I've been around since the 70s,
even my generation,
George Lucas wouldn't have allowed this.
Even the prequels, people hated the prequels, but now we look back at the prequels. I don't think the prequels are that good.
The second one's still shit.
Oh, no, it's absolute garbage. I'm not telling George Lucas.
Revenge of the Sith was good. I will say that till the day I die.
It was good. It has the thing with the prequels is the dialogue and the CGI were utter shit. I'm sorry, George Lucas. You made a great thing, you really did, but the dialogue was fucking ass, and the CGI.
He had the world by the balls, and he just squeezed him as hard as he could when he allowed the prequels to happen, bro.
Oh my god,
even as someone who didn't, I didn't think they were that bad, except for the second one. Second one was,
but no,
third one was good.
Yeah, but literally, we look back, literally memes. I look back at them and memes. That's all I can think about. Bruh. And even the last, I rewatched the newer ones. First, the Force Awakens. I was hyped when I went to go see it as a kid, 15 years old. I loved it.
That was a really good movie.
I get it 8 out of 10. The second one, the Last Jedi, in Fiona, I gave it a 6 out of 10 at first, and then I rewatched it during quarantine. That is actually a good movie in areas. Very good movie. 7 out of 10. Rise of Skywalker. It tried to be Avengers Endgame.
And see, here's the thing. See how he just said that? He's not threatening anybody's lives when he says that.
Because literally, I said to Kenny, my friend Kenny, we went to go see it. I was like, oh, that's cool. This is literally what I did throughout the entire movie.
It's like I was teasing you.
You literally like blue balls to me. Seriously, good things that should have been good, and then it came out, and I was like, you did that, okay? Okay. Now, side rant.
Oh god, you've gone 3 rants already in this episode.
Quick. The Mandalorian is how Star Wars should be. The season 2 finale, you should watch it. It is so great. The Mandalorian. That is what Star Wars that is up there with the original trilogy.
Really?
That is better than the new Star Wars movies. Any of them.
should watch it.
8.5 out of 10. Like this, like literally, I cried from the last episode. I was like,
Yeah, I heard. No, I didn't watch. I haven't watched any of the Mandalorian.
did you see my Snap story or like did you? But
I skipped through it.
Okay.
All I saw that I won't say anything. Never mind. But I know a lot of people cried. Like Kenny cried too at the last episode
Like,
for season 2 for the Mandalorian.
well, he cried for a different reason, and I cried for a different reason. But
it's just a soap opera, I guess.
I'm not gonna say it, but there is a point. Kind of spoiler alert, but not really. There is a point where a CGI something happens, and
it's CGI Princess Leia.
It's worse than CGI Princess Leia because the person's lips do not. The upper lips, when you have to make a CGI character, what they did with Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One is great when he's not side by side with another human being. And then when he's side by side with another human being, you can see the differences. The thing with Princess Leia, a little different. It's because it looks like a video game. And then there's this CGI person that the upper lip does not move when he talks. I was like,
like it just it's just
obviously it's a TV show, could have a lower budget, probably lower budget than the movies. Anyways, that is side rant.
Well, we can figure out what scene they saved for last when the budget was running dry.
But anyways,
Tommy Wiseau directed that part.
No, God, no. But no, that is a great. You definitely should watch it.
Okay.
I
I'll have to check
know
it
you're
out.
not a Star Wars fanny as me, but like
Well,
I definitely would.
It's just with me, I really don't watch a lot of shows in general. Like I just don't sometimes, unless it's a show I really like.
You will love it.
I'm just not a person that likes to just sit down and just watch something. If I'm gonna sit down and do something, I'd rather just play video games. I like to be like in control. I like to see when it comes to video games. When it comes to me as a person, I like to be a completionist. So I like to like play video games and try to get as many trophies, unlock as many things, complete the game as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I guess I could do that way of thinking when it comes to a series. Like I'm a completionist, I got to complete this whole series.
Yeah.
But the only series that I ever really was invested in, and I didn't even finish this series, was Dexter. I only got up to like halfway of the
I'm gonna
season.
save trouble for you, the series finale. Well,
I know
not
the
really
series finale
it's
is
coming
kinda,
back apparently on Showtime, but
because it was so bad, the series finale.
no, that's
Don't tell me,
happened.
but because I do want to finish that series, but you know, if you let me use your Disney Plus account, I'll start watching The Mandalorian. Yeah, you can. Okay, all right. Well, it's a date. What?
The Mandalorian is what Star Wars should be, and that's giving me hope for all the next series of Star Wars. Now Disney released their little expo thing that announced the new shows. They're apparently making a droid story. That is literally the title of the thing.
What?
Apparently, it's going to be about C-3PO and R2-D2. Those characters were great in the original trilogy. I do not want to fucking see them in a series. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not even a movie, like an actual series. It's gonna be like a 2-part, 3-part series, or it's like an actual show.
Apparently, it's going to be a show. Like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is a limited series. It's going to be one season, which I cannot wait for that to watch that. But apparently, from what I know, this is not a limited series, unless it is. But even if it wasn't a limited series, why?
Why? I mean, unless it's gonna show like a lot of droid battles and General Grievous, you know.
But I think I'm really hoping that Disney is not overthinking this and be like, Mandalorian is great, people are loving it. Let's keep popping out series. Like I really hope that they do not have that mentality.
Right.
Like right now, Disney Plus users, the series it came out last year, November, already has 80 million people.
Holy crap.
And by the end of by 2022, 2023, they are projecting to have 350 million people.
That's literally the population of America and then some.
They're hoping to have that. Great job for you, but they also bumped up the price recently. The Netflix is doing that too. I just saw the thing. It's gonna be $70 a month, and I go, excuse me now.
Right.
So but anyways, I really hope that they're not doing that because of how great the Mandalorian is doing, and they're just thinking that we'll just pop out Star Wars series and expand the universe and expand it and just like fuck me in the ass.
They're probably doing it for financial reasons, just so like their company can make more money. But if they're also trying to do it to expand the story, okay, they're trying to get every aspect of the story from droids to next. They're gonna make a series just based on the Death Star.
Which one?
Or change their Palpatine's like childhood or something like that. So like they're trying to get like every aspect, and then like with that, then they'll make something out of that.
Like they're gonna go on about how
shit. I was loud. Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're gonna make a series about like literally like it's gonna be like Robot Chicken where like there's this Robot Chicken episode where where the fucking Emperor Palpatine is going up the stairs and what he's going hail to the Empire hey, sir and he's like hello and he's going down the escalator. I know what he's going. There's stormtroopers going down it. Emperor, Stormtrooper, Emperor, Stormtrooper, 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 Stormtrooper. Sir, Stormtrooper, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go. I just want. If they made a series about his life on a comedic level, I would watch it.
No. If they do like a biography of Chancellor Palpatine or the Sith Lord, it's either Robot Chicken or nobody else. That's how I feel.
Sorry, yeah.
That's how I feel.
Do you know what episode I'm talking about?
I think
they made a few about him.
I just remember there's one scene where like he was on like what are those hologram thing called in Star Wars when they like come up in a hologram?
Holograph.
Is this
Hologram. Yeah,
okay.
hologram.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I just remember there was one he was on.
I'm surprised
like,
you know all this though.
He was on like the phone with like someone.
I know this.
And he was just like talking to them. He's like, yeah, sure. And he's just like, I just died, bro.
Oh my god.
Well, we kind of just got off top. We went from Cyberpunk to Chancellor Palpatine's puberty. Like what?
You know, but the thing is, like, apparently he fucked someone while he was like all syphilis-like.
Chasing the bag.
But bro, like, you obviously know that Baby Yoda is in the show.
Yes, obviously.
So, bro. Yoda definitely, you know, Yoda was like, oh, like what's his Lego death sound? He's like, oh,
It was like, oh, something like that.
come I must.
Oh my, okay. Well, that was pretty fun.
That was fun.
That was a good episode. Yeah,
That was good. Just you and me. I think we should just
Miguel, take every other week off.
Yeah, take every week off.
We got this.
We got this. Nicky and Gian side rant is the side podcast.
Literally,
bonus podcast.
Bonus podcast. This is like episode special. It's just special. Special programming.
I'll penetrate your Death Star.
Okay. Thank you all so much for watching another episode.
If you are on the YouTube page, all of our links are in the description. And if you are listening to this, which a lot of people apparently do listen to this, so a lot of my family members do.
Oh, okay.
Because my grandmother listened to you say decimate my meat and was very confused about what that meant. And then my uncles had to say that's what it means.
I got your family saying that now. Your stepdad and everything, or whatever, is doing that. So, I'm just that influential.
But listening to us and you don't know the channel, Mr. Broke Productions, literally Mr. Mister Broke BROKE Productions. Yeah, it'll be the first one there, and then Maximilian. Don't know how the fuck to spell that.
I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna edit my name right on the screen.
But no, they're listening. If they're listening, how the fuck are they gonna spell it?
Okay. MAXAMILLIONARE.
GFK.
And bingo was his name. Okay.
We
ranted enough.
All right.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. Be safe, be happy, and remember,
don't
don't let video games control your life.
or movies.